It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight our broadcast will be shifting to Denver, where we'll see the Nuggets going up against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for the Warriors, after 8 games, they're an outstanding 7-1. Things have come together for them very quickly here early in the season. And, of course, we'll have a chance to see Klay Thompson. Shaq, at this point in his career, where do you rank him among the top shooting guards in the league?
I'm going to have to go number 2.
Wow.
His counterpart is number 1. And his counterpart,
How can his counterpart
top
be
shooting guards.
Yeah, I think he's
A 2-guard.
2 guards.
Oh, okay, my bad. Well, you said guards. You said,
No, top shooting guards.
Okay, start again.
well, hold on. A shooting guard is a guard that shoots.
No, it's
No
a 2-guard.
question.
Point guard, shooting
Listen,
guard.
man, you're trying to mess me up here.
Well, there's a power forward and a small forward. Usually the small forward is a little
No,
smaller
you
than
just
the
say
power.
forwards.
No.
No?
All right, re-ask the question. 2-guard, okay.
Okay. How do you rank him among the top shooting guards in the league?
Well, the shooting guards mean 2 guards or
Yes.
guards that shoot?
A 2-guard.
All right, 2 guards. Thank you, Ernie, for that enormous clarification. I would probably say he's the number 1 2-guard in the league.
Ahead of Jimmy Butler.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Ahead of James
yes.
Harden, although Harden
Yes.
does bring the ball up.
Yes, yes. His form, the way his shot looks, and what I really love about this guy is he's not worried about his stats. But if you ask him to step up, he can definitely step up into the attic.
I agree with Shaq because when he's on fire, he's one of the most exciting players there is and can completely take over games.
Time now for tip-off. Kevin Harlan will have the call, and we will see you later.
So if you say shooting center, that means I'm playing the 2 now?
For the win!
It's time for some hoops at Pepsi Center, home of the Nuggets, and we're going to bring it to you live on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the 4th member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. This is the first game back in Denver for the Nuggets. Guys, when you compare their performance last season to where they sit right now, not a whole lot different story. Not necessarily a big surprise either.
I guarantee you what, guys, the adrenaline is already flowing on both sides. A rivalry matchup like this means a little more to the players than just any other game.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge out on the sideline. David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, by now we're all aware of the nickname that's been given to Prez and Young. What isn't widely known is just why they've gone with the nickname Orange Juice. When I asked them why, they said it was because they put the squeeze on other teams. Not the most straightforward reasoning, but the name is stuck. You can imagine the citrus industry is foaming at the mouth to land them as spokesman. Guys?
Thank you, David. Did not know that was the reasoning behind the nickname.
And I have to say, I love that name. So often you get the most boring nicknames for players, but they went out and picked something that is at least unique.
And the early season at time of 1:56 left here in the opening quarter. Picked by West. McGee is screen on Gallinari. Iguodala kicks to Clark. No good on the 3. Looking at Denver, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Grizzlies.
And on an ordinary night, guys, I think they would have come out on top. That's just how well they played, but they happened to catch an opposing team at the very top of their game.
Yeah, it was a shame anyone had to lose. Home court advantage may very well have been the difference.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Curry kicks to Clark. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one. Chris, you look at this Warriors roster, there are a lot of unique players at every position.
Oh, yeah, I get what you were saying, and it makes total sense when you look at their personnel. Guys like Draymond, you never see as a functioning point power forward. Curry is unique in how he plays the point and his shooting. The list goes on with guys like Iguodala, too.
The three, good, and Curry gets the assist. Clark's got 5 points so far.
I mean, you have to love the awareness of Curry's sick look to find an open teammate.
Dishes to Young. Back to Barton. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Prez kicks to Plumlee. Cage passes to Plumlee. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Serving up justice. Good play, man.
Here's Prez. 14 points from him the last game against Memphis. Now the feed to Curry. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. 5 points in the game.
Oh, and that was good interior defense, but I'm never surprised to see Steph get through it. I mean, using those feet and just that nimbleness.
Young outside. Passes to Barton. Inside. King. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And the Warriors making a change here. And he's got his first chance at the line here. That free throw good from Prez. Young against Curry. West a screen on Young. Here's McGee. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Nuggets ahead, leading by 6. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. And Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that inspiration and passion originated.
Comes from me being 8 years old and me just saying I want to be the best player. You know, first off, at 8 years old, you want to be the best player in your neighborhood, and that's where it comes from. Just always want to be the best, and no matter where I'm playing at. And if I keep working each and every year, I've gotten better. You know, if I continue to just keep working, I've seen improvements.
Year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, the challenge, Greg, is to get back to that level after the injuries. Obviously, I think we all feel it is possible for him.
And you're absolutely right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism. What we find out now after dealing with the adversity is, does he have the heart and drive and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best?
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball, attacking the rim in this first quarter. A lot of trips to the free throw line.
And they may be getting a few hometown calls. I mean, but as you said, by pushing the action, they're creating these opportunities for themselves.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, it's the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. JaVale McGee is out there with Green, and it's Durant in at the small forward position.
Oh, creating the turnover, jump-starting the fast break, things Draymond does very well.
Well, one thing about Draymond Green, he isn't very bashful when it comes to sharing what's on his mind.
Well, Draymond knows what he's about and can back up everything he says. The team doesn't mind when he'll call someone out in the media or take a verbal jab, because when he messes up, he's the first to call himself out to a reporter. Green essentially is that guy who is saying to the media what every other NBA player really wants to say.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, there's no doubt that the Splash Brothers are the most dangerous backcourt in the NBA. Steph Curry is the MVP, but he said of Klay Thompson, "I love playing with him. How much better he's gotten since day one is kind of scary. He's such a great two-way player, and he isn't anywhere close to hitting his ceiling. Kevin?
Thanks, GA. They're one heck of a tag team. Thompson with it, now guarded by Murray. And the wide open shot from Green. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Pick him up. Let's knock him down. Here we go.
Muscle from Perez, not letting anyone get in his way on these shots.
Curry kicks to Green. They set the screen. Durant just inside the line. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Really surprised he clanked that one. He makes those on the regular.
To the middle. Perez finishing off the play with the dunk. He won't miss many of those.
And you can just see him psyching himself up after a play like that. Nice slam by Perez.
Over in the corner, Green. And the Warriors miss again.
After nailing an outside jumper during the first quarter, he can't seem to build off of it in this second.
Curry with the steal. Here's the three. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And not a great start for him in the first.
No easy buckets now. Hustle up. Hey, we have got to pick up our energy on Thompson. He is really causing problems for us from the outside. Let's make it tough out there.
Coaches, is there one? And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Nuggets lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Bring it in. We have not won this game yet. Thompson is...
Welcome back, everybody. A different look for Denver. Prez is checked in for Kenneth Fareed. Alinari comes in for Wilson Chandler. Young is subbed in for Jameer Nelson. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Warriors. Harris and Gallinari are the wings. Prez out there with Jokic. And it's Young in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And some great passing here so far. Let's check out this chart that breaks down where the assists have been coming from for Denver.
It's been the guards who've dominated the ball, but really in a good way, creating opportunities for their teammates, and that's something they'll look to continue here down the stretch.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
That one is off.
And Perez is just brilliant. Just has such remarkable initiative and moves well without the ball.
Murray's checked in for Gary Harris. You talk about fast starts to a career, Chris. Through his first 2 seasons, Steve Kerr has averaged 70 wins a season. 70 wins being accomplished twice with the team he played for, the 96 Bulls, and of course the team he coached, the 2016 Warriors.
Well, he's really come in and made everything look so easy with what he's been able to do in such a short time with this team. You got to give him credit for seeing a good situation to come into and making the most of it. Might have had the best start to a coaching career in any sport.
The Nuggets have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And the free throw, no good. Curry against Young. Curry kicks to Green. Pass to Durant. Back to Green. 5 to shoot. McGee a screen. Green dishes to McGee. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. The Warriors, number 1.
They were remarkable in terms of their efficiency on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, they did a great job of finding the open man and working for great looks. Really just an unselfish group.
Cage passes to Jokic. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. The baseline J. He can't get that one. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Murray kicks to Prez. The dish to Murray. Pass to Jokic. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
A moment here to check out the numbers for Gallinari.
Can't make
very
those
nice
mistakes.
season for him last year. He averaged about 19 points a game last year. 5 rebounds and 2 assists. And you look at his scoring, he was #1 on the team last season.
Curry kicks to Green. Durant against Gallinari. There's Green with the 3. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Green's got it back down to within single digits for the Warriors.
And for Kevin Durant, guys, when he left Oklahoma City to join the Warriors, he knew he'd face a backlash. I mean, fans in Oklahoma City, some felt betrayed. Critics who said he took the easy way out. But in the end, he went with his gut. Decided to face that criticism and go outside his comfort zone and his safe haven.
Warriors trail by 12, and Golden State looking at who they've got. The incredible shooting pair of Curry and Thompson in the backcourt. Durant is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Pachulia in at the 5 down low.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Denver.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight. And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Jokic.
The most common sight in this game tonight was him getting positioned under the glass and just refusing to be moved. He was a beast on the boards, and his rebounding made a big difference.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Fareed.
Oh, wow. Look out.
That's a beautiful jam.
Kevin, is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is in elite company. Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
I'm sure the D has no issue whatsoever with him taking those threes, but he isn't hitting anything from out there.
And here's Levens, 14 feet away. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
Listen, that's the kind of hustle I want to see out of you. From the tip-off